problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you take it logically.
Hey guys, Mike Heller. Well, it's been a long drag here trying to get over this sciatica crap that I've been dealing with. I still got one leg that kind of feels like it's hooked up to electricity, but nevertheless, I'm going to try and get back to work here in the darkroom. I'm going to make some pictures from a picture shoot that I did in November of 1984, Dr. Stanley Biber. Stanley Biber was the world's foremost sex change operation specialist, and he worked out of a small hospital in Trinidad, Colorado, which was 2.5, maybe 3 hours from where I was in Santa Fe. So I called Dr. Biber, made an appointment to go get a couple of pictures of him, mug shots, or a picture of him standing in the hospital, whatever. And it was a snowy morning. I left Santa Fe about 5 o'clock. So I drove up to the hospital, parked the car, went inside, and met Dr. Biber. And we had coffee, talked a little bit. And I mentioned to him that I had worked in the radiology department when I was in college at UCLA. And he said, "Oh, you're familiar with hospital stuff. Come on, scrub up. Come in and take pictures of the procedure." Okay, sure. So we scrubbed up and I went inside and took pictures of this whole procedure. They wheeled a patient in. His hand was sticking out from underneath the blankets and looked like a woman's hand, but it wasn't a woman, it was a man, and they were going to make him a woman. And Dr. Biber told me, "Well, I'm the foremost specialist in the world, and I do these operations both ways. I can make a man a woman, or I can make a woman a man. And when I get done, a man that I make a woman, a gynecologist wouldn't know the difference. They'd just think it was a woman that had had a hysterectomy. A man was a little bit different because they had to fabricate the male apparatus and implant a little pump in the side of the body so the patient could pump that little pump and make his junk stand up." It was just bizarre. So I got some pictures of the operation, and I'm going to make those prints now. You guys come along and I'll show you what was going on. Whoever knows what assignments you're going to get. And let's start out with this picture here. The guy's hand sticking out from in between the hospital blankets. This was on the gurney as they wheeled him in to the operating room. I really didn't know how to take this subject on as a photographer, but things work out. No, I don't usually do 3 little pieces of paper, but no sense wasting them. Well, 2 were stuck together, so we got 4. All right, we'll set the timer. Let's get it set anywhere. Get the second hand. We're probably 7 seconds, 8 seconds past already. Get that started and see where we go here.
Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Well, if you mind your business,
That's a minute. We want to give it another half, maybe 40 seconds. So that one that's very light was underneath one of the other ones.
I've got a little gal that wears her hair up high. The boys all whistle when she walks by. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business.
All right, let's put these over in the stop.
Mind your business, then you sure won't be minding mine.
Rinse my hands off.
Brother, that's my headache.
Battery battery just ran out right in the best part of the song. Anyway, so here we are. This is kind of a little flat to me. Exposures in the ballpark. I want that hand a little bit more contrasty. And looking up here at this towel or this hospital blanket, that's one of the brightest areas here. That could be a little more contrasty too, as could the shadows. So let's go up to one. Let's go up to 2.
Explain it later.
Okay, so here we go again. No change but contrast. I'm gonna make another test here. I'm using 3 strips of paper because I got strips left over, and I want to look at.
Says Red Molly to James, that's a fine motorbike. A girl could feel special on any such like. Says James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you. It's a Vincent Black Lightning 1952. And I've seen you at the corners and cafes, it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite colors.
So here's your difference. 1 stop in contrast. Number 1 on the top, number 2 on the bottom.
Down to Box Hill, they did right.
Okay, now I've seen enough. Let's do a full sheet of paper.
Says James to Red Molly, he's a ring for your right hand. But I tell you now, that's one.
We're gonna need a little more volume on the radio. At a certain point, you just really want to see what the image looks like in whole, because there'll be little things you need to do. This corner here is probably going to need to get burned in just a little bit, and then I might want to dodge back the hand a little bit. I want to see what these shadows all look like. That's 1:40.
Someday I wish upon a star, wake up with the clouds are far behind. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, the dream that you be.
Let's do this again. Let me try and lighten up that hand a little bit. Well, I had to redo the audio here. I had Welcome to the Hotel California playing in the background, and that's unacceptable to YouTube. But here you can see I'm dodging the center part, and then I pull back a little bit to get more, and then I'm down in that bottom right-hand corner a little bit. So you'll have to just listen to my voice here for this section. Anyway, that's the dodging, and let's get this thing into the developer here. Here's the second print here, and you can see where I dodged out the hand, and then I pulled the dodger up and I dodged out some of these highlights more. So that lightened up the highlights more, and it lightened up the midtones, and yet it left the detail pretty heavy here, which isn't bad around it. This darkness and kind of jumble on that corner, that sort of draws your hand in more to this. It just, I can't say I was thinking of it at the time when I shot it, but it just adds to the confusion of what was going on. So these will sit in here for 4 minutes, and then I'll move them over to the second fixer, and then I'll rinse them off on this piece of plastic and put them in type of clear. So that's that. I'm just thinking here, do I want to make another print? I'm looking very critically at the narrow border on the right hand side. I'd like to be cropped in just a hair more. It's kind of when you get one so quick, it's like, what am I missing? Just such a weird thing. But look at what's going on in the world. There's lots of
The problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you take it logically. I'd like to help you in your struggle to be free.